My cousin called me the other day and told me that Elon Musk did the salute that one of the bad guys with the ugly ass mustache used to do, and I couldn't believe it because he play all the time. So I had to go see for myself, and Lord Jesus, help us all. And it's people out there trying to, y'all would literally justify anything, saying that is a Roman salute. And they going hard about it in the comments. Y'all are so uneducated. You don't know anything. This is a Roman salute. For all the people that's saying it's a Roman salute, go find your veteran that got like one of them Purple Hearts, or one of them police officers that's like die hard for their country. And when you're talking to them and you finna say goodbye, just hit them with one of these. Hit them with the and then the other part, and see what they do. Now, fair warning, when they knock your shit till next week, don't forget to tell them that it's a Roman salute. But if Elon Musk come out with some statement saying, hey, that was a Roman salute, I just know when he did that, his PR team fell to their knees.
I just had a conversation with who I'm going to describe as an anonymous white person who works in education, who was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that Elon did that on stage. And I was like, yeah, that's welcome to the new age. And they were like, it's because he's autistic and like lacks social skills, right? And I was like, we've both worked with autistic students before. You and I both know that's not autism. If he lacks social skills, it's probably because he's a Nepo baby who's never been told no. But the part I'd like to unpack is the need to try to find a reason. What I said to them is the reason why you're trying to assign this action to some neurodivergence is because you have been trained to try to find a reason and to excuse away racism on behalf of white people, especially white men. That is white supremacy living on the inside of you. And that is a you thing that you need to take time to unpack here in 2025, because it's just going to keep happening. And as it keeps happening, the question is, are you going to push against it, or are you going to make excuses for it? Because at least the black folks I know, the black folks in my life, the black folks I've seen on my feed, when it happened, we were like, I mean, yeah, of course he did that. Are you shocked? I guess. But like, most of us have seen white people do some extremely out-of-pocket things behind closed doors. We just assume that they now feel emboldened with Trump to do it outside. So we don't have time to walk anymore. You need to unpack white supremacy expeditiously. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
That thing that Elon did, that we all saw in front of tens of thousands of people, the entire United States government, hundreds of cameras, millions of people watching, that thing that he definitely did, that we all saw him do, that they tell us we didn't see, that he didn't do, that would have gotten you arrested in Germany.
It's a Roman salute. Also known as the fascist salute. No Roman text gives this description. We're crystal fucking clear. This is me looking up the actual N-word salute here, right? Believed to be based on an ancient Roman custom, but no known Roman work of art depicts it. You're not even an idiot. You're just not looking things up. You don't care to be educated if you are echoing this shit. You are just making excuses for hate to exist in the world. To tell me that the world's richest man can't entail that this is somehow a fascist gesture. He knows exactly what he's fucking doing. What are you talking about?
Thank you.
So that happened today during Elon Musk's speech at the inauguration. And listen, when I say something like this, even when it's as absolutely wild as that, I try to do my due diligence. I try to say maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe that there's... listen, so this is what people on other platforms, guess which one, are claiming he was doing. They're saying it was a Roman salute. Now, do I buy that? I mean, come on, dude. If you're grabbing, because he said from my heart, if you're grabbing your heart and ripping it out and throwing it to the crowd, you're going to throw it. You're not going to. So, I don't know. You'd think people are also trying to say it's because he's on the spectrum and he can't help it. Listen, you can't blame that on. I don't even know what to think anymore. Is this where is it escalating that fast already? I don't know.
Another note. You do that shit in Australia, you'll get arrested. So yesterday I made a funny TikTok about, how we have kilometers, gun restrictions, universal healthcare. We have also laws that protect us from racism and hate speech and hate symbols and actions. I cannot believe a world leader did that on a world stage. And nothing's going to be done. And a lot of the news outlets aren't even talking about it. They're just kind of like glazing over it. And Trump's not going to say anything about it. And no one's going to ruffle feathers. This is how you know money is king. Because he's the richest man on the planet. People don't want to upset him. So it's like, we'll just give him the benefit of the doubt. We're not going to talk about it. Oh no, did it really happen? It didn't happen. Oh no, let's go to bed.
There is absolutely no such thing as a Roman salute. In the next few days, you're probably going to hear a lot about the Roman salute and what it was or wasn't, but it absolutely never existed. It was a myth made up much later. There is absolutely no mention of this salute anywhere in Roman literature. It's also never mentioned anywhere by Roman historians, and it's not depicted in any Roman artwork. Cicero mentions that Octavian raised his right hand to pledge his support to Julius Caesar, but the idea of this fictitious Roman salute started in 18th century France. In the neoclassical period, depicting Romans doing this gesture became very popular, and even way back then, this gesture was associated with tyranny. Elon was a flippin' fascist.
So it was Elon's autism. Oh, all right. I'm glad we got down to the bottom of this one. I didn't see that angle getting played, but okay. He was just exuberantly autistic in the moment. His intrusive thoughts won. It was just a friendly gesture. So all of you that thought it was a friendly gesture, go ahead and do it. You guys can start doing it to each other in public. You're just saying hello, right? Nothing behind it. You're just being exuberant. All right. It was his autism. What's his hyperfixation? Because never mind the whole salute, the guy's got an army of robots, more money than anybody in the world. He's trying to inhabit space. What's his hyperfixation? Trying to be a comic book villain? Because at this point, even Lex Luthor would go, hey, yo, what the fuck?
A Yahtzee salute. Yes. A Yahtzee salute? This is the same person that Pierre Polyev was on the internet raving about just a couple of weeks ago. He was saying Mr. Musk needs to come to Canada and open a couple of his factories because my 3-year-old wants to go to Mars. I hate to tell you this, but birds of the same feather flock together. What are the odds that a potential candidate for Prime Minister of Canada has the same ideologies as Mr. Elon, who's brave enough to come on the national television and do a Yahtzee salute? I don't know about you, but if a racist person is a racist person, I would not be inviting them to my house to have dinner. Now, would I? No consequences for the rich, I guess.
Sure, for argument's sake, let's say it was a Roman salute. Well, I'm going to give you some history about the Romans and the Reich, and we're going to see if there's any attachments there, because I think people need to understand this. So, what was the Third Reich? You know, we know when the Nazis called themselves the Third Reich. What was the second and the first? Well, the Second Reich was the German Empire. Not much to report there. The First Reich, however, was the Holy Roman Empire, who saw themselves as the successors to the true Roman Empire. They were a group of nations in Central Europe in the medieval ages. Germany, where they are now, is one of them. And they took all these different kingdoms, and they said, we're going to elect an emperor, we're going to serve the Pope, yada, 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 so forth and so forth. However, if they saw themselves as the next coming of the Romans, and Hitler saw himself as the next coming of them, as we know, Third Reich, it's plain and simple. Maybe, just maybe, the Roman salute is the Nazi salute. And the Nazi salute has become the Roman salute. And just like how Hitler took the swastika from the Buddhists and made it into an evil symbol that we can't use in this part of the world, maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't use the Roman salute because it is the Nazi salute.
This is exactly what it looks like. Do not let them gaslight you. This is exactly what it appears to be. I do not give a shit what he said while he was doing it. Do not let them gaslight you. This is go time. They are here.
It's a Roman salute, not a Nazi salute. It's a Roman salute, not a Nazi salute. Tell that to my Indonesian grandfather, who was in the Japanese concentration camps during the war. Or to my Dutch grandmother, whose entire family was in Rotterdam in 1940. Tell that to anyone who has lived through the terror of fascist regimes. You want to play semantics over Roman salutes? Just grow up and read a Wikipedia page. Isn't subtle. It's not some academic debate. If you're defending a fascist symbol, you're either too ignorant to see the obvious, or you're actively complicit in normalizing this garbage. Every time I see comments or hear someone making excuses for this salute, they're spitting in the face of history, in the face of survivors, and in the face of everyone who is fighting for freedom and equality today. Stop playing defense for fascists and start growing a conscience.